Hi Year 6 and welcome to Friday's Jigsaw lesson. It is our very last day of virtual learning before we are all back together on Monday, and we are going to use today's Jigsaw lesson to think about our return to school. So what I would like you to do first of all is to think about all the different things you are feeling about returning to school, and I want you to pause the video and note down as a bit of a mind map any of the feelings that you are thinking. So you might be excited, you might be worried about something, you might be feeling really happy and like you can't wait. Do a little mind map and then come back. Okay, so hopefully you've got lots of thoughts there now. From speaking to you on the Teams call and from emails I've had from people, most people seem to be really excited, but there might be some worries as well, and that's absolutely fine and normal. It's been a very long time now since we were all in school together, and I'm sure that you're all in different routines from being at home, and there's also a lot of positive things that have probably come out of being at home as well. So it's absolutely fine to be feeling lots and lots of different things. You've probably put some things that you're excited about. I know from speaking to some of you that you're excited to see your friends again. That's probably the main one, excited just to be back. Some of you are excited about getting back to a routine and you really want to get back into that. And some of you might be excited to see your teachers and get back to learning, and just things like getting out of the house and seeing more people and playing with your friends at break time and lunchtime and stuff like that you haven't been able to do. So I'm sure there's lots of excitement, but as I said before, there might also be some worries, or there might just be things that you're nervous about. Like maybe you're nervous about whether you're going to find the work difficult. Maybe you're nervous because you know you haven't quite done every single lesson at home and you might feel like you might have missed out on something. You might be nervous because you haven't seen your friends in a long time and you're worried, is it going to be the same, or is it going to be a bit awkward? You might be nervous or worried about coming back if you just haven't been to many different places through lockdown, and suddenly you're coming back and you've got lots of people. You might have some worries or anxieties around COVID itself. So what I want you to do is explore things that you're excited and things that you're worried about. There's a sheet on the website. You've got stars for excitement and little clouds for worries, and there's 5 of each. Now, you don't have to have 5 things you're excited about, and you don't have to have 5 things that you're worried about, but it's a space where you can put in any excitements or worries. You don't have to have that sheet. You can do it on the piece of paper in front of you. Stars for the things that you're really excited about, little clouds for any things that you might be worried about, anxious about, or a little bit nervous, or a question that you might have about coming back that's going through your mind. So pause the video and take as long as you need to fill that sheet in, and then come back. Okay, hopefully you've had a really good think about that then. And if there's anything in those clouds that you are worried or nervous about, please make sure that you've spoken to somebody at home first of all, and that you've let your teacher, either me or Miss White, know. Because if you're feeling a bit worried or anxious about coming back about anything, or you've got questions about anything on Monday, we can probably sort that out really quickly and easily if we know about it. So send us an email and let us know, and then it just means that we can take those worries and anxieties away. And remember that it's always really good to talk to the people that you have got at home about what you're excited and happy about, as well as what you might be a bit worried about. We've talked about before that sharing worries and talking about worries always makes them smaller and always makes them seem a little bit more manageable. So let's think now. Let's take a moment as we think about returning to school to reflect on lockdown and our lockdown experience. So there's a returning to school summary sheet that you'll find on the website that can help you to reflect. It will talk about what you've done at home and how you feel about that. So you could choose to use that, or you could just write down some answers to these 3 questions that I've got here. So we've got, what positives have come from lockdown? I know that we've talked about this, certainly my class have talked about this on our Teams chat, and there are some positive things. like spending more time with your family. Perhaps some children have found that now, if they usually have lots of clubs and lots of commitments, now they've got more free days to spend with their family. Maybe mums or dads are usually at work and they're working from home, and so families are able to have dinner together or lunch together. It might be more time with a sibling that you've enjoyed, having that extra time to play with your siblings, or go out on your bikes with your siblings, or whatever. So there are some positive things, although there's obviously lots of things that have been difficult. There are definitely some positives that have come out on this. So take some time to reflect. Think about what's been hard. Has it been really hard managing your time at home? Has it been really hard sharing computers with mums or dads, brothers or sisters, trying to do working from home and online learning? Has it been hard not seeing your friends? Has it been hard not seeing your extended family? Maybe you haven't seen your grandparents in a long time, or your cousins, or any extended family that you would usually spend time with. And what have you learned about yourself? So have you actually been really impressed with yourself? Are you really proud of yourself because you've managed all your learning this time? You've taken responsibility for it. So many of you have been completing all the learning every day, and that is really, really fantastic. That's a massive achievement. So many of you have been emailing myself or Miss White and really taking responsibility for your own learning, turning up to our drop-in sessions. So are you proud of yourself? What are you proud of? So what I want you to do then is pause the video here. You can either complete the summary sheet to guide you through it, or you could note down some answers to this. You could talk to somebody at home if you've got somebody available beside you, but make some notes about your lockdown experience to reflect on that for a moment. Take as long as you need and then come back. Okay, so lastly then, we are going to think about coming back to school on Monday. Now, there's going to be some differences between a day at normal school, coming into school with everyone, all your friends and your teachers, and a day at home where you're doing virtual learning. It's going to be very different. And maybe at home you get up a bit later. I know that on the days I work from home, I definitely get up a bit later because I don't have to drive into work. I don't have to necessarily get properly dressed. I don't have to brush my hair unless I'm doing a video. And so there's definitely time to get up a little bit later. You might eat different things for breakfast and lunch. So you might usually have something that you always have for lunch when it's school time, but actually you've been able to have something a little bit different, or things for lunch. Maybe you usually bring a packed lunch. You've been having some things cooked for you at home for lunch, perhaps. You'll have come into your own routine at home. You might have a specific set way of doing things when you do your learning, when you give yourself some playtime, when you go outside. Different people will have done it differently. Some people will be packing their learning into the morning so they can give their afternoons free. Some people have a bit more of a slow start and do their work later on in the day. So you will have your routine. And obviously you're not going to be wearing your uniform at home. So you've been wearing your own clothes, and that you're going to have to start getting back into the zone of having your uniform ready. So there is a preparing to return to school sheet to help you with this slide, or you can just do it on a piece of paper in front of you. But I want you to think about your routine, what a day at home school looked like, and what a day at normal school looks like, and think about the differences and what you're going to have to prepare yourself for, what you might need to think about. So if you've been getting up later at home school, you might start your day much earlier and you might go to bed much later. So do you need to think on Monday, do you need to set an alarm? Do you need to think about what time you're going to get up? Do you need to think about having your uniform set out ready for you on Sunday night? You need to think about what things you might need to bring with you. Do you need to bring a reading book? You need to bring your maths homework book. On Monday, you need to bring your clay pots. You need to bring any evidence for your home challenge on screen free day. So make yourself a little list of what you're going to need to bring. Think about how you're going to best prepare. Are you going to need to get a bit of an earlier night so you're not really, really tired on Monday? What might you have for breakfast? Okay, so I just want you to take some time to think about how next week is going to feel different to the last few months and how you're going to get yourself ready for that. So go and have a look, get the sheet up if you want, or just do your routines on a piece of paper and answer your questions about what you need to get ready for Monday. Take as long as you need, and that is the end of the lesson. So go off and fill that out independently. Please share the bits that you've done in today's jigsaw lesson with your people at home. If they're not around now, then share it with them this evening. Chat about anything you're excited about and worried about. Chat about the things that you need to get ready on Monday. If you need anybody to help you with anything, to make sure that you are ready to come back. Okay, so take as long as you need with that. This is the end of the lesson, and most importantly, we can't wait to see you all on Monday. So happy that this is our last day of recording these lessons, and I will see you all in person on Monday.